Jessica Stutzman, and welcome back to the Millcreek Government Channel. Are you looking to update your home or completing a remodeling project? Today we are on location at the Habitat for Humanity Restore, which is the perfect place to start your DIY journey. Designed with deconstruction in mind, the Restore has perfected the art of reduce, reuse, and recycle when it comes to construction and building materials. Joining us to show how donating and purchasing works from start to finish is Habitat for Humanity's Executive Director, Nancy Milkowski. Nancy, thank you so much for allowing us to finally come here and tour your facility. We are so excited to do this today.
We're so pleased to welcome you. We're excited to have you.
This is a very new location for you, and I want you to tell our viewers, what is the Restore?
The Restore is actually a physical building where you can come and shop, and we sell new and used building materials and home goods.
And your original location was in the city of Erie, and you've moved to Millcreek Township. Why did you make that move?
We actually ran out of space. Our Restore was growing at a quick pace, and we looked all over for different locations and finally found a place that can hold all the materials that we've been gathering from the community.
And we want everyone to visit you because this facility, this building is so amazing, and I have found so many things here that I want to take home with me today. Who can shop here, and tell me about some of your regular customers?
So it's open to the general public, so anyone's welcome to come here and shop. Our customers are a wide range. We have landlords that come here frequently and they're upgrading their rentals or they're trading out things. We have a lot of do-it-yourselfers that are trying to do projects in their own home and want to do it on a fixed budget. So they're great shoppers. We have artists that come here to find things to create some cool artwork. We have schools that come and look for items for their play productions. So everyone is welcome.
I do love your mission of reduce, reuse, recycle. When I do renovations at my home, I do like to either pick up items that are salvaged from a different project, but I also know when I complete a renovation project, I know that I don't want it to go into the landfill. So I appreciate being able to take it here so that it does find its second home. So I'm very grateful, again, for these items staying out of the landfill. And again, your facility is so big now, I can't imagine any of this, again, ending up in a landfill and never being used again. But with that, how does the Restore help the mission of Habitat for Humanity?
So as builders, we liked that when we're in the community and we're working on a project, we see neighbors working on their projects. So we think this is a good fit to encourage other people to kind of join in our efforts to build up the community and work on where they live. But in addition, it also helps us raise money. So the money that people spend when they come here actually is used for us to do our mission work. So it's shopping with a purpose and for a good cause. So they're actually helping the opportunity for others to get a home because they're shopping to fix their own, which I think is a win-win-win.
Yes, and when you complete a home for someone in the community, are you ever able to pull from some of the materials here in the Restore?
So our first option for everything that gets donated is if we can use it in a Habitat house, and we have done that. So that's the first thing. And if not, then that's the items that are available for the public to purchase on our sales floor.
Where do the items in the store come from? Obviously my home, and then where else?
So we have lots of people that are doing home remodeling projects. Some of the homeowners themselves decide, okay, I'm going to donate it to Habitat. Some people actually have their contractors. They talk to them and say, when you take it out, I would like it donated to Habitat. We also have some contractors on their own that when they take the product out, they bring it to Habitat. We just had that call yesterday from a contractor, which I really appreciate. They actually save money from it going into their dumpsters by making that possible. So it's a win-win for them. But we also get things from vendors and businesses who are no longer carrying that particular product or that particular color, or they're changing out a line. So instead of that being thrown out or just deeply discounted at a loss, they can make the donation to Habitat and get the full tax deduction.
Wonderful. And I never thought about that, but the avoidance of cost disposal, this is a perfect place to, again, to avoid filling up your dumpster or avoid paying any landfill fees. You can take it here first, and then you don't have as much to pay for disposal.
Correct.
So what kinds of things can people donate?
So people can give us their kitchen cabinets, their light fixtures, their extra flooring, extra boxes of tile. We take siding. So if they're doing a project, chances are they have materials that we can use.
I saw in particular some chandeliers. I was a fan of a small desk in the back and some little school desks that would be great for kids to play in. So there's really something for everybody here. Is there anything you don't accept?
We don't take anything that's broken. We don't take lumber that's shorter than 4 feet. We don't take half gallons of paint. We don't take anything upholstered. So if my guidance for people is, if it's not something you would come and make a purchase, please don't bring it to us, because we will have to turn it away.
Okay. And what about, I'm sure you get this question a lot, what about televisions or electronics?
We take no electronics.
Okay. And we have a good program for you in Millcreek Township. If you have electronics, we can help you dispose of that. Where and when do people bring the donations?
So they bring them up to our building here on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays between 9 and 3. And we have people that will help them unload. We'll give them a tax receipt, and then they can be on their way. In our setup up here, it's kind of a nice drive right up to where we unload. So it makes it a whole lot easier.
Wonderful. And again, you are right off of West Grandview here on Pittsburgh Avenue. It's very easy to find, and it's just wonderful. Again, I just love this mission. How does the donor benefit from bringing materials and items to you?
So for some, right away, you're going to free up some space at your house. So we talk to people all the time who, I've had that in my basement, or I've had that in my garage. So right away you get space. The other part is we will give you a receipt that you can use for your taxes if you would like to. But the other part, I think, is knowing that they're helping somebody else. So when you make a donation and it comes here and we're able to use it or sell it, we're helping a family. And that helps our overall stability in our community. And I think that feel-good feeling really matters.
It does. And I mentioned before, again, we're off of West Grandview and specifically on Pittsburgh Avenue, but what is the address of the location here?
So we're at 4922 Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So off of West Grandview, we're the 6th building on the right.
Okay. And do you ever need volunteers?
Oh, we always need volunteers. So people, if they want to help specifically in the Restore, they can give the Restore a phone call, and we'd love to have them. If they would like to volunteer, of course, to help build, they can call our offices, and we'd be happy to have them come and lend a hand.
Wonderful. Nancy, again, the Restore is a part of the bigger Habitat for Humanity mission. And can you tell me a little bit about your work, again, just with Habitat for Humanity and building homes for the community?
Sure. We're providing an opportunity for families who can't get a home in the traditional way. So they may have be on a fixed income, they may be just struggling financially, but they have a real need for a house. So Habitat will provide that opportunity for them to partner with us. Our families have to qualify based on 3 things. Habitat houses are not free, so they have to have the ability to pay back a 0% interest mortgage. They have to have a housing need, that's really critical. And then the partnering component, which means that they're going to help build other people's homes, they're going to help build their own, they're going to attend budget classes and home ownership classes. So it's really going to give them an opportunity to grow completely and become ready to become a homeowner. It takes them about 1.5 to 2 years to get through our program.
Okay, and then how many houses do you build in 1 year?
It ranges each year. It just kind of depends. We probably average 3. We've done as many as 5.
Wow.
We've done as few as 1. So it really just kind of depends on what's happening with construction. It depends on our ability to fundraise the money to buy the materials. And it also depends on the families and where they are in the process, because it takes a while. So we're always planning several years down the road.
Wonderful. Nancy, can you share, again, without giving any names, a recent success story that you've had, either within the Restore or one of your Habitat homes?
Well, on the restore side, I have actually been stopped out in the community where people have said, look, I want to show you, I bought this at the restore, here's how I redid it. So we're trying to encourage people to start sharing that, because we would like to post those on our Facebook page.
Okay.
And so show us kind of what you got and what you did with it. So those are cool. I'm really excited about that. And we've also been able to help people through the restore who don't have a whole lot of extra money, but are in need of, they might need a refrigerator. Well, you might not be able to afford a new one right now, but you can get one that'll tide you over for the amount of money that you might have. So I like knowing that we can make those kind of differences. On the family side, it's just, every family has a different story, which I think is really interesting. We work a lot with all the families, we work on budgeting. So we've had families that in their 50s have opened their very first savings account. We have families that are now saving for an emergency fund. And we have families that come back to us and say, my kids are now in college. So they really have made a difference. I had a young woman who came to me who grew up in a Habitat house as a young child and remembers the hours her mom had to work and the struggle of, kind of stepping out and saying, you know what, we're not going to live in housing anymore. We're going to do this. We're going to own a home. And she remembers it very clearly. She now has a professional job. She got married and she just bought her first home. And she came to tell me, and she said, I owe all that to Habitat and my mom, because we finally had a stable house. And we had a permanent roots in a neighborhood, and I watched how my mom did it, and with support, and that inspired me. And so it's not just about a house. I look at it as a house as the tool for change, and look at where they step from that. So I'm always encouraged. I love to see the little kids start in the house and then see all the great things that are going to happen as a result. And it's been college and military and all these wonderful things.
What a heartwarming story. And it reminds me of this thing, it really does take a village to raise a child in a community to, build up a family. And that's what you guys are doing here.
Yeah.
One of the stories I want to share too, and I have a home built in the 1950s. And when I was renovating, one of my bedroom doors was missing. There was no door on the bedroom, so of course I need a bedroom door.
Yeah.
And that's very difficult to find, a very specific size of a door for an old home. And so I came here to Habitat, and I was looking around the doors, and I came with my measuring tape, and I measured just about every door, and I did find one, that would work, and that's, the door in my house now, and so everybody has privacy, and everybody's happy. But, you've just helped everybody, from very little ways to very grand ways.
Exactly.
That you've been helping people here.
Yeah, you can find all kinds of interesting things, and because we get material from older homes as well as new homes, we might have that one thing that you're looking for.
Exactly. And I think, again, the trend right now is toward, either whitewashing or chalk painting, which, again, is my absolute favorite hobby. So I wanted to make sure our viewers get a look around the store here.
Sure.
And, get to check everything out that you have to offer. Is there anything you want to share with our viewers that you haven't already touched on?
Well, the store is open on Saturdays all day from 8 until 4. So by all means, please consider, coming up to shop. But also, if you're not doing a project right now, but you're going to do one in the future, any of those materials that are still good, please consider donating those building materials to us.
Absolutely. And there's two things I want to mention where we help promote, again, the store here. We have you come to our annual event, and it's our Mill Fair Special Collection event. And I appreciate you, again, loaning volunteers and your truck. And when you drop off your tires and, paper for shredding and textiles and things like that, we also have a station for you as well. So our residents can drop off items to you through our event.
Yes.
And then we also have you listed in the back of our Millcreek calendar of where to recycle things, A to Z. And so you guys are listed again in the back of the Millcreek calendar, so residents always know that you are a place, again, for reduce, reuse,
Yeah.
recycle.
And we appreciate that. Thank you so much. And we always look forward to those events.
Wonderful. Nancy, thank you so much for meeting with us here today. Again, we appreciate everything you do for the community.
Thank you so much for being here.
You have seen for yourself the gently used materials that Restore has available for sale, such as appliances, lighting fixtures, doors, and windows, just to name a few. The Habitat for Humanity Restore offers a variety of salvaged, reclaimed, and secondhand goods that are perfect for your next home renovation project and are reasonably priced. Not only does this organization keep reusable construction materials out of our local landfill, but also provides families with an opportunity to make their dream of safe, affordable housing come true. Viewers, thank you for tuning into the Millcreek Government Channel, and until next time, have a wonderful day.